Hello everyone, how you going? Welcome back to another end of week chat. I hope you're all being good to yourself and keeping well. Life has been pretty crazy. Very busy as well. I'm still in the process of I've moved house now, but now I'm still in the process of doing unpacking and setting up and everything like that. So I've been setting up in this room, in this area where I get my work over there and my play over here. So it's just like everything coming together while I'm setting up, unpacking all the boxes, getting everything put on shelves, deciding whether or not it's worth unpacking because it's so much of an effort. But I'm here. I've got feeling a little bit comfortable in a setup. I'm able to have my desk set up the way that it was before, so it's not too weird. I'm able to readjust, but I definitely made sure that I could get the PC set up as soon as possible because I missed out on quite a lot of rendering and editing time as well as recording. So having videos rendering in the background while I've been unpacking has been sort of the main focus. I need to keep it going. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm moving house and I'm losing a bunch of time this weekend. So instead of dialing back the number of episodes for the week after, what if I just fuck around and do 12? What if I do 12 episodes instead? There's 12 videos coming next week because Peace Walker's getting a bonus episode. I'm also finally doing another episode of the Final Fantasy VII New Threat playthrough. So it's just funny. I'm just like, oh, should I maybe just pull it back to the 7 a week that I was doing? Let's do 2 more. 12. We've been doing 10. And now we can do 12. It's a way to prove to myself that even if I move house, I can still maintain doing the upload schedule. But again, I did consider toning it down a bit because, I'm not contractually obligated. I'm just doing it because I want to and because I'm able to. But yeah, it's nice to know that I still am able to do it. I've still got to record a couple more episodes for the week upcoming, which I'm going to be doing shortly after this, and then I should be able to settle in and get back onto schedule. Peace Walker should be close to wrapping up. Peace Walker is bit of a slog. I'm enjoying it and I'm loving getting through the story stuff, but I think what you'll notice, especially in episode 9 that's coming up, is wow, it's a grind. It's definitely a grind. I feel like it's a challenge to play Peace Walker in a Let's Play episodic format because of the way that the game is sort of structured and how it was developed with portability in mind, of you can play this on the go sort of thing. So it works well for what the game is what they wanted it to be. But yeah, in terms of making it work for a Let's Play, there's some hours and hours of grinding to get that sort of content that's just like, cool, here's the stuff that's actually worth seeing. But yeah, so there'll be primarily a gameplay focus for episode 9, then Briefing Files is a bonus episode, and then episode 10, which I've yet to record, that's what I've got to do today, should hopefully be the ending, because it feels like it's close. It feels like it. Especially with what I've done in episode 9 and what I'm about to do, it feels like it. But we shall see, because Ground Zeroes is getting closer and closer, and I can't wait to play Ground Zeroes. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna blow me away. Not gonna allow myself to get way too hyped, but I am a little bit hyped to get to it. And then once Metal Gear Solid 5 is out of the way, we'll be able to jump into Metal Gear Rising. I've decided to do Metal Gear Solid 5 first because we've done a lot of jumping around the timeline. Like, you go from Metal Gear Solid 2 back in time to 3, and then we jumped forward to Portable Ops, but then we jump back in time to Metal Gear Solid 4, back again to Peace Walker, and then if I was to do Rising, we'd go back into the future to Rising, then back to Metal Gear Solid 5, and it's just like jumping around the timeline, and I think I want to retain all of the information that Peace Walker has given me going into Metal Gear Solid 5 without having Rising sort of get in there as well, because there's just so much to absorb. So going from Peace Walker straight into Metal Gear Solid 5, I think is the go for me. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait. And then Dark Souls has been Dark Souls has been a blast. Like it's actually been so much fun in the past few episodes. I'm very excited for the episodes going up next week. I'm yet to record episode 16, so that's the other one that I'm getting into today. But episode 15 was awesome, and I've just been having a great time these past few episodes. So I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it as well. It's been lovely having all the nice supportive comments come through about it. And then we're doing like Resident Evil 5 and Silent Hill Origins, and next week we'll be starting Uncharted Lost Legacy, and there's the question of when will Dead Space come, because you did that poll, Chris, you did that poll, when's Dead Space coming? And I feel like it'll come after Lost Legacy, because that poll was essentially, what's a new game or series you would like to see me play? And that was with the question in mind of, once I've kind of finished a current game or series, what would you like to see next? And I think Uncharted is obviously the one we're going to be wrapping up first, because we're playing the latest and last game in the series with Lost Legacy. So after that, I feel like we'll move into playing the Dead Space series. And then I know that Shadow of Colossus was a very close tie with that one. People wanted both. People fought hard in the comments for their Dead Space or Shadow of the Colossus. So we could even compromise it where it's like, play Dead Space 1, play Shadow of the Colossus because it's just one game, and then play the other Dead Space games instead of just playing the series all the way through. And I think about that a lot, because I think you tend to see with like Let's Play channels or people who play a gameplay series, they'll play a game and then they'll go back to the sequel like anywhere from like weeks to months after, and they'll go, cool guys, we're finally back playing the sequel, And I think what's really funny in comparison is with Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid specifically, I have just hammered all the way through, and we're just like I finished it in 1 week. All right, next week guys, we're on to the next game, because I'm heavily enjoying it and I want to see it just as much as you guys want to see me see it. So I think it's been really cool, but it's been interesting to be like, man, it seems to be the trend that from what I've seen in doing like Let's Plays for a series is when they'll go play one game and then they'll play the sequel weeks or months later because they're playing a bunch of other games. And I don't want to do that. I like being like, I want to absorb this whole series and play through it in one go. Like the only time we took a break really was between Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, because I went from Metal Gear Solid 1 to 2 straight away, and I was like, I just need to chill out for a bit. And then from Metal Gear Solid 3 onwards, it's just been a hell of a ride. And it's not that I'm necessarily feeling burnout on the Metal Gear series. I think just Peace Walker in general is making me feel a little bit burnt out on like the mission structure, which I think is appropriate. I think is really appropriate, because it's that mission-based, lengthy, grindy sort of a segment compared to like the Metal Gear Solid story-based games that we've been playing when you like play through everything for Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4. So that's why I'm excited to get back onto a console release for Metal Gear Solid 5, 100%, because I feel like just the gameplay is going to shine, and I can't wait to see like the improvements again. Like every time I've gotten to a new mainline Metal Gear game, I've just been like, I cannot wait to see the jump in quality and like the improvements of like over the previous titles. And while Metal Gear Solid 4 is definitely my favorite Metal Gear Solid, more and more I think about those older games that I played when I was so inexperienced and like just such a novice. Like I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And looking back on those playthroughs, I can't wait to do them again, because I missed so much. Like the intense amount of codec conversations and just dialogue and just everything that I missed from the first two Metal Gear Solid games. Like I need to go back to get so much more, and I think that's going to be really fun to revisit, because as well as me playing through games for the first time with you guys, I'm sure you would love to potentially see like a replay of like, how can I do it on a second run through, and actually do it properly with the game in mind. So I think replays are definitely on the table, which would be really fun. But we will work through the main series, get all of the games out of the way first before we look into look into doing something like that. But yeah, that's kind of a general update on like what's going on the channel at the moment. Is Metal Gear Solid is going to be a constant. We'll be moving into Ground Zero soon. The ending of the Resident Evil main story, like the main campaign, will be coming up next week. So we're already we've been speeding through Resident Evil because we're trying to see if we can catch up to the release of Resident Evil 8 by doing the 3 episodes a week. And I'm kicking my past self, because when I started playing Resident Evil 2, that took me so long to get through, and obviously Resident Evil 8 hadn't even been announced at that point, and it was just I didn't even know if I was going to continue playing the series. I was just checking out one game, so it's my hindsight with the Resident Evil series is kicking me now, because I'm we've been full steam ahead on Resident Evil in the recent months, but last year I was taking my time and dragging my feet on it, because I didn't necessarily have an audience or a need to be oh man, there's a new game coming out and I want to build up to it. But we'll see how we go. I think it's probably a good thing if I just don't play Resident Evil 8 right on release, because you guys might want to watch my reactions after you've played it or experienced it for yourself. So we'll most likely still be playing Resident Evil 7 when Resident Evil 8 comes out. But then as soon as I can, I'll be jumping onto 8. It's just I think I've been told that Resident Evil 6 is the longest game in the series, so I think that's probably going to be the main hang-up. And then because of that, I feel like Resident Evil 7 will be getting played during that Resident Evil 8 release window. Unless it gets delayed. But I don't see it getting delayed. It looks pretty close to coming out, and they very confidently released that demo about it as well. So very, very exciting stuff. But yeah, in terms of the couple of polls that I've done recently, I did the one of what game or series would you like to see me next, so I can confirm that we'll do Dead Space, we'll definitely do Shadow of the Colossus, and those other games, just because they didn't get as high percentage in the polls doesn't mean I'm not going to play them. That was a list of games here's ones that I'm currently thinking of that people have mentioned that I want to play these. What would you like to see? But necessarily I also want to play what I want to play and share that with you, because I think that's really important to my enjoyment and me actually feeling good about the channel, is if I'm having fun. So I will be playing games that I want to play myself, but I'm loving the suggestions, because there's been games that have been brought my way as a suggestion that I probably would have never looked into, but they're ones that are right up my alley. Someone in my Discord recommended Disco Elysium, and I'd never heard of it before, and it's considered one of the best RPGs of 2019, I think. And I just never heard of it, but it's getting console releases this year. And I've had a look at it, so have a look at Disco Elysium, see what you think. And I think that looks absolutely incredible. So and then again, that's just damn, that's another game. It's another game on my list, on my huge backlog, which is a good thing now, because I'm working my way through it with you guys on the channel. But a bad thing when I go, you see all these games behind me? You know how many of these I haven't even played? This is what happens when you just get into game collecting and you go, damn, maybe I should play some of these games, And I will eventually. And then the second poll that I did was talking about open world games, and that was not because there's an open world game necessarily coming anytime soon. It was just I just want to see what you guys are into and what you're about. Because I know that some people like the streaming aspect, and that did actually get a decent amount of the votes in the poll. But what did win out, and what I expected to win out, was the edited down episodes, which is the best example that I could give to relate to that right now is Dark Souls. How I've been doing Dark Souls is probably how I would be doing the open world games, is whenever there's a backtracking or a moment where I just it's just going to be a bunch of kind of nothing, is I'll cut that segment out, because nothing of value is there, So I like to show what's important. I like to provide context. I don't like to just cut out a whole bunch of the game and you guys are wait, how did you get from point A to point B again? I like to show you the relevant steps to get to those points. If I've discovered something along the way, I try to show that. Hopefully I don't miss those things, you know? Like, I really like you knowing where I'm at in here when I'm playing the game, because then we're all on the same page, we're all playing through it together and we all understand, instead of me being like just cutting out like a whole bunch just to condense the episodes and just be like, yeah, you just have to guess what I was doing in the middle. Like, I like to show you. So an open world game would be similar, where it's like the traveling to and from, the foraging for supplies, the doing stuff, the anything that isn't just like the story stuff, the side quests, the character interactions, anything that's important, like first discoveries or just cool stuff, you know? And those games that I listed as examples are ones that I have been thinking of. I've played The Witcher 3, but it's a good example to provide. And I think it's because I'm like, I kind of want to do a Horizon playthrough at some point, because I picked up the game and I played it for like maybe 7 or 8 hours when it first came out in 2016, and then I just put it down and I got too busy and I didn't play it again. So I'd like to revisit it for a Let's Play. I just want to figure out what you guys would like to see in the format, you know? And then Death Stranding is going to be a really interesting one, because that one's got a lot of downtime. I've been told that one is, you know, you hear it in the internet, is like walking simulator, lots and lots of downtime, all that kind of stuff. I'm excited to experience it for myself, because all that I know of Death Stranding is the trailers that I've seen, because I was ridiculously hyped on seeing the game. So we'll just have to see. Like, I think, because there have been people that have said, I'll watch you play every second of Death Stranding. And I love that energy, because like it makes me feel good about including more stuff. But let me know, talk to me about it, because I would love to do a Death Stranding playthrough once we're through with Metal Gear Solid, but I just got to figure out how to condense that one down. Like, we'll probably have episodes that are probably 2 to 3 hours of just like going through stuff, but I'll be trying my best to just cut out anything that I feel is not relevant. And I think I hope you agree, like from what you've seen so far of my videos, like I think you could probably agree that I include everything that's kind of like important and valuable to the Let's Play. So that would still happen in open world games as well. But yeah, like regardless, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the amount of things that I can do and the amount of games that I can play. I think what I'm looking forward to the most is hopefully one day getting to a point where, instead of working a full-time job and treating YouTube as a full-time job, effectively working 2 full-time jobs, I would love to just fully be able to commit to this. Because with what I've been producing with you guys so far, doing like, you know, over 15 hours of content each week, sometimes closer to 20, especially when I'm doing like 10 to 12 episodes, like 12 episodes this week. But like with the amount that I've been pushing and seeing like the amazing growth on my channel, thank you so much, by the way, like it's been mind-blowing. I want to get to a point where I could do more, because I'm doing Let's Plays episodes for every day, but like I would love to do more analysis videos, like the Silent Hill 2 analysis video I did. I would love to do reviews. I would love to do streams. Like I would just like love to just talk more and like play different games and just have a variety of content that I could put on the channel. Because at the moment, what I have the most energy and space to be able to do is the Let's Plays. But there's so much more that I want to be able to do. And I just gotta keep working for it. Your support has been so appreciated, and I do have a couple of you shining stars who have supported me and donated to me on Patreon, and you guys have been amazing for that first month, because I've only had it up like for the smallest amount of time, but that. Just even seeing that, even like no matter how small, like it's just really nice to see that there are those of you out there who are like, you would like to support me in that way, because there's no expectations there, you don't have to, and it's just like I just want to say that I really appreciate it. On top of the Patreon, on top of the Patreon, that's something that's been recent. The Discord has been growing slowly, but it's been nice to have a little community in my Discord. So if you guys want to come and have a chat, we're talking about everything that's going on and things that we love and everything else. It's actually been a really nice little community forming. So the Discord invite link is in my bio, and it's on my banner on my channel, as well as the other links. But I would hope to see you there. If you want to talk with me about more stuff, you can kind of talk to me directly. And I've had people like asking a lot of questions and trying to get to know me in particular ways, which I do answer, but I am still working on doing an about me. Life has just been so busy. Life has been really hectic that I really do need to sit down and kind of go through questions that I've been asked and make a Q&A about me video, especially because there are so many more people, so many fresh faces that have come and subscribed to the channel. So I would love to be able to provide you more information so you can get to know me, so you know who I am, who the person playing these games is, and why I think the way that I do about these games, you know. So I am still working on the about me, but regardless, guys, this was just like my end of week chat. Just wanted to check in about everything, let you know that the move has gone well, what's coming up on the channel, what we're doing at the moment, and that I just really appreciate you guys for being here, and it's been really good. So guys, thank you so much for sitting with me here. I hope you enjoy the week of content ahead, and looking forward to many more videos with you guys on many beloved games. Thank you.